Hello, Uncle Guns. Oh, that's tasty. Today, we're having Havoc Mead Rumble, which is blackberry, blueberry, sour mead. 5.8%, gluten-free. Tastes good. That was my first taste right there. Just came in the mail today. Hello, sir. Oh, that's good. That is tasty. Nothing like mixing up some blueberry and some blackberry and some honey, making it into booze. Yes. Hello, Adam, Will Crutcher, Mike, Steve Furman, my favorite Lowe's employee. Still waiting on a refrigerator. I mean, we ordered it in May. It'll be here in September, maybe. Have you tried getting it delivered to South Carolina? Pennsylvania does not normally, they're pretty hardcore about shit getting mailed booze-wise because the state runs all the booze, and got shipped to me, so I was all excited. Jane Cobb, that sounds tasty. That's bullshit. Total bullshit, Uncle Guns. Bullshit. Not your bullshit. I mean, it's South Carolina's bullshit. Yeah, Pennsylvania's there. It's against the law to have any liquor purchased from anyone other than the state, unless it's open. So, like, you can go to a bar and get like a Captain and Coke, but I can only buy from the state of Pennsylvania. So I don't even know if, like, you can order booze. Like, if you can order beer mail order in Pennsylvania legally. I just know when I went to the Grunfield's meadery website and ordered the Havoc, they sent it. So, and if you can't, that's even better. Well, yeah, don't even get me started, Adam, on Tennessee and fucking beer laws and no Benton County and no beer on Sunday because the Baptists needed Sharia law and shit. Hello, Crystal, Jeff, Javier. Wuhan virus in Jacksonville in the house. Damn. John, hello. I made a list of stuff to talk about today, and it's right here. That's it. I really didn't make a list. I don't really. TJ, when are you coming down, TJ? Thursday sometime, I assume. Like, that's kind of what I planned on, but you know. Well, I think everybody's waiting for that Lexington and Concord moment, and whenever it happens, it'll have to be organic, or it won't work. Like, it won't take if it's not organic. If it doesn't kind of spontaneously just happen. So I don't know. Don't know when that will be. Don't know how it will be. Don't know where it will be. Good. Thursday. You will have some other company. I think a few folks are gonna swing by here Thursday. And yeah, you can smuggle booze, TJ. Crystal's right. The answer is always yes. I just don't know particularly which booze to get and stuff. Actually, I think that this meadery is in St. Albans, Vermont. It's up by you-ish, kind of. Your neck of the country. So doing something a little different today. So yes, whiskey. Jen likes bourbon and scotch and whiskeys. Don't bring me rum because I got a lot of rum. And Jen's like, everyone always forgets that I like whiskey. So whiskey's a good answer. Ooh, that's my phone vibrating. I should set that somewhere else because it's vibrating the shit out of stuff. Just stick it here in my pocket. Tim says he made it. I don't know what he made. TJ, you can come at 0500 Thursday morning. I don't care. I will be up. So anyhow, doing something different today. Move things around in the office. I am not running through my laptop. My laptop's sitting over there completely unplugged from everything. Dell finally delivered my new desktop. My old desktop's over there. Monitor over here. Everything else is currently the same, but I will be hooking a different camera up. I just got to do a firmware update to the Canon. Oh, Tim made it to the live stream. I haven't had a live stream in a while, Tim. It's okay. Good. I'm glad. It's the same camera I've been using. It's running through a little more horsepower of a computer. It'll be a better camera, I would say, next week, but I'm busy this weekend, so I might not get everything set up. I'm going to have house guests, plural, starting Thursday through like Monday, and then the live streams Tuesday. Maybe Tuesday morning I'll have a chance to get the DSLR firmware updated so it'll video for more than a half an hour, and then I get a better lens in front of me too. It is a pretty awesome Stein. It was a gift from a former student and a future student. And it's big. Two pints of mead fit in it with a couple inches to spare. So it's a big. So let's see what was. Well, I was just over on Mike Fiore's Facebook page, and there was a thread. He had started it about the couple in, was it fucking Missouri or whatever, that the two highly untrained folks that shoot away a mob at gunpoint. And I mean, we could chat about that. I'd put that on the list, I guess. Yes, St. Louis. Perfect. Although I pretty much said everything I wanted to say over on Mike's thread, but not everybody here is friends with Mike. So if we want to chit chat about that, we can. I think that that lovely couple gambled with their tactics, and it worked out for them this time. And they probably are very happy that they didn't have to shoot anybody. So the mead is, I don't mind telling you, it is Havoc Mead by Grenfell Meadery in St. Albans, Vermont. Well, it says it's brewed and canned by Havoc Mead, but I think it's the same company because Grenfell's website, you can buy them both. But it's Havoc Mead. There's a lot of reflection. Rumble is and it's new. They just came out with a blackberry blueberry mead. And it's part of their Chaos Sour series. I tried the cherry last time. It was pretty good. Bryant, hello, sir. Glad to see that you can make it. If you're free this weekend, Bryant, you should come hang out at the range with us. If you can make it and you bring that rifle down, I'll bring a hammer and a punch and stake that castle nut for you. that I forgot to do when I put the rifle together. So yeah, that the couple out there, I thought they didn't use the most tactically sound decisions. They didn't make the most tactically sound decisions, but it worked out for them probably better than the more tactically sound decisions would have. Morally speaking, the moment that their gate was broken down, they could start shooting people. Like everyone rolling through that gate, they could just start filling them up. Morally speaking. Legally speaking, no fucking clue what the law there is. So, Crystal, absolutely. Swing by, say hi. I don't know what. Saturday, I was thinking, I'm going to throw it out to the class. So, since you won't be there Friday to help make the decision, one of my friends back here, or close to me, about a half hour closer to the range than I am, is doing fireworks Saturday night. That's the reason he's not going to be in class, because they have a huge shindig with like 100 people coming. And he invited the entire class to come back to his place for a fireworks show Saturday after class if we want to do it. So if that influences which day, by all means, factor that in. And everyone in the class might say, fuck that, I'm tired, I want to go home, which is all right too. It's entirely up to them what they want to do. I'm pretty libertarian. Caravan Slob. Oh, boy. Did someone else pick that name for you? Yeah, they muzzled the fuck out of a bunch of things. Like she muzzled his head and he muzzled her body. She had her finger on the trigger the whole time. She obviously doesn't know how to aim a gun. And so, I mean, there was a lot of like, holy shit, like this is fucked up like a soup sandwich. However, at the end, it worked out for them. So I can't really argue the results. They could use some training. Hey, Britt. Bryant, it is dynamic carbine. It is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday is day 3 carbine. If you'd like to come chillax with the folks and bring a rifle, maybe get a drill in or two, by all means. Crystal, the little couches are open. The big couch and or the cot may be spoken for, but the little ones, yeah, they're fine. And if some nasty motherfucker wanted to sleep in Benjamin's bed, he's not going to be here. But teenage boy, like I totally would not. I don't like going in his room. Yeah. If he heard me, he'd probably cringing in the hallway right now. Let's see what we got over here. Cool. Awesome. Did I see? I thought I saw Gary Ernest. Oh, there he is. Hello, sir. So I did a little test today because, like, I got the camera here, and I can see the little viewfinder, and I have a big, I don't know, like 17-inch TV over here as a monitor, and I have my laptop open, so I can see like perfectly live in the viewfinder, and just a few microsecond delay over in the monitor because the camera's running into the computer to the monitor and to the internet at the same time. And in the laptop, I was watching from a different YouTube channel, Google sign in, and was seeing the delay, and it was about 6 seconds. And that was being in the same house and just going to the servers and back. So I got to remember that there's at least that kind of delay when I'm doing comments in the talking part. That's a good call, Crystal. So yeah, there's my take on the folks in St. Louis. And I heard their castle doctrine. I think somebody up there in the comments mentioned it. that their castle doctrine is pretty strong. And I've heard that before, but I can't verify that is actually the case. Picked up some new shit to show off. The folks coming to class this weekend or the study group the following week will get a good chance to see it. I did a post over it in the alumni group about radio setup, and that one did not have all the pictures in it. Jesus. The Yaesu VX6R new radio. This is a Disco 32 vest-mounted antenna. The idea is this goes in a pouch somewhere, and then this you can take up and weave through all the MOLLE and down the straps and whatnot, so that you get the length of a long antenna without like a flexi rubber duck sticking you in the face. And then it's got a BNC adapter, so it just clicks on, clicks off. I was pretty stoked about it. This long ass antenna gets way better reception than the factory rubber duck that came with it. I was comparing them today, listening into some weather stations, and antenna was pretty cool. And for those of you who didn't see it, that's running into a Disco 32 did a modification on the Nexus push-to-talk so that it had a Yaesu waterproof connector, and then into contacts. So it's been a whirlwind of radio activity in the last week or so, but I'm starting to dig it. Yes, Adam, you will spend a ton of money. However, mostly thanks to Mike Fiore, you can save all the steps between spending no money and a lot of money, because he and a few of the rest of us have bought other shit trying to find a way to not spend a lot of money, and eventually you got to spend a fair amount of money, but you don't have to trial and error your way to get there. Like, you can just cut all the middle shit out and just go to the one that works. John, yes, you should send me a pic of one of your antennas. So, Crystal, the way I understand how that particular antenna, and most of the flexible ones, the further up it is, the better it works. But something to do with wavelengths of frequencies, different length antennas work better. I know when I bought one for my CB years ago, it was the antenna was the cord, the coax coming from the CB to the physical antenna itself, and the antenna was 2 feet long. So they sold different cord lengths to match the length of your antenna, so that you had, if a wavelength was so long, they wanted your antenna to be like dependent. And so there was some frequency that it worked best for. So they would try and get the length that worked across the spectrum of frequencies overall better, so that your antenna length was better at receiving that. And that's how that's supposed to work. Now, obviously, it will work better if it was sticking way up above my head, but just the added length made a huge difference compared to the short one that comes with it. So it probably could be better, but I'm digging it. Well, TJ, you'll just have to make some friends where you're at, or you can do like Mike and move nearer to your friends, because that's kind of his plan. Tim, what radio are you running? With your recommendation of spending more money on the radio. We may have already discussed this, and I'm just old and I forgot. Yeah, I have two different antennas here. One's a little shorter and one's a little longer. And the longer one definitely worked better than the factory one or the short one. But like when it was in the pouch where I could still access the radio and like change things, it ended up like right here. So like wherever I was at, whatever I was doing, there was this pokey thing like right beside my face. And while it wasn't resting on my eyeball, I could totally see it going to rest in my eyeball. July 31st. Oh, right on, Tim. Man, I think the polo was salmon, not pink. But I don't know. So yes, Mike, when you move, do you need assistance in the moving? We can put some dudes together. I got, 15 or so people watching at this very moment. I could probably get a good 6 of them at least to come help you move. I, myself, don't intend to be free on any weekend in July, but I am free on weekdays, if that would help you. I like it. Hawaiian shirts out. Well, yeah, the internet found out, it's on the mainstream media. If you wear a Hawaiian shirt, you're a white supremacist or something. So now we're going to move to salmon polo shirts. I have a white polo shirt here. I wonder if I could dye it salmon. And do you dye white material salmon by taking a salmon, wrapping it up in there and letting it sit? Move-in week will be Labor Day week. Awesome. Well, you can get your form. You're going to get your driver's license the moment you have an address, I assume. Yeah? Because once you do that, when we can start doing Form 1s and Form 4s, right away. I have a black Hawaiian shirt. Bingo. I'm going to wash my clothes with Adams. Do you have a red polo shirt because you're a certified NRA instructor? Do you have the hat with that says instructor on the top and the little scrambled eggs on the bill? That'd be pretty awesome. Lefty Tactical. Well, hello, Jacob. I know a couple Jacobs. I like Mike's plans. TJ, the class has no required pistol shots in it at all. So you don't need to bring any pistol rounds other than whatever's going to be in the gun that you're going to carry. And if you need to reload in case there's a shootout at the restaurant that we're having dinner at, because anywhere else you'd have the rifle. The Tiger Woods look. I thought the Tiger Woods look was a mistress on each arm. I mean, it's probably a good look too. So, excuse me. I was doing some testing today in my basement, radio testing with a radio pouch and various radios. I could not do this test with a Baofeng radio because, as it turns out, I don't own any that work. They don't turn on because they've been opened. But I'm going to try and do this test with a Baofeng radio. So what I did was, if you turn these on, they light up. This one's still got the fucking beep and everything. I don't even know if this one's mine. Anyway, so these things, when you press the push to talk, it lights up. And when it receives information, it lights up. So what I did was, I dropped it in a radio pouch, as deep as it would go, and then I set it at one end of my basement and killed all the lights. Then I took this fella, put it on my face, and would key up this radio from a second radio in my pocket. And I know that you may find this hard to believe, but when that screen lit up, it was like a fucking beacon at the other end of my basement through night vision. And I don't know if you can see this. Maybe you can. That's what it looked like. Now, that's the flashlight. So when you push to talk, it's just a little tiny bit of green sticking out of there because the face lights up green and it would come out that clear lens. But it was, is that the light? No. Is this in the light? Nope, that's the alarm. Is that the light? I don't know how I got the light on. But it was blinding like that little flashlight that I inadvertently turned on to show it to you. Damn, was it bright. And that was just sitting like this. You could see it glowing out the top. If it was angled so that you could see it, it looked like someone was shining a flashlight in your face. So Mike was kind enough to get on the instruction manual and figure out how to turn all the lights off, which I did. I thought, he texted me and I did it to one of the other Quan Changs that I got, and it worked. Now I got him working on the Yaesu to figure out how to get those lights off as well, because they light up enough that somebody under nods could easily see you from further away than you would want. Gabe is having trouble finding ammo. We are all having trouble finding ammo. However, I can say this. If you need ammo to come to a class, I can probably get you ammo. So there you go, Gabe. You want some bullets? Sign up for a class. Just have to buy the ammo, but I can probably get you ammo. Oh, speak of the devil. Iroquois Foreskin is the fellow that gave me the mug. And he's here with us. So yeah, Crystal, I'm going to do a video on my radio setup. I'm waiting on one more thing first. And when it gets here, I'm going to do some videoing. And one of the videos, I just got to figure out how to film with night vision. I'm going to do the light tests just to show how little bit of light coming off those radios is visible from different distances in the dark. My wood wizard is talking about my wood. I have no idea. It's there's a light wood and a dark wood. So if you would ask me, I would say that this was maple and this was rosewood, because I don't really know much about stuff. You'll see it on Thursday. You can tell me then. See, there's the fellow that gave it to me. He's like, I don't fucking know. It's made out of wood. Different colors even. The bottom looks to be a similar shade to the sides, but maybe not quite as dark. And the handle seems to be similar shade to the light, but maybe not. I don't know. I get duct tape and Sharpie. That's one way to do it. I would probably try to avoid sharpieing a couple $1,000 night vision, but why not? All right, I check up on the comments. I got it all. So yeah, the light thing was something that when we were looking at different radios, the controls on the take the antenna off of this. The controls on the Yaesu are all on the top. So there's like a 2-story knob, and the top one is volume, and the bottom one is channel. So you can turn the channels from the top while it's in the pouch. Like you can just put your fingers in there. But like on the Baofeng, Quansheng, Potato Fangs, you have to pull it all the way out and use the buttons on the front to change channel, which is more of a nuisance because you've literally got to remove it. And if you had no way to turn the light off, then it would be a horrible nuisance. So the Yaesu is better in that aspect as well, that you don't have to remove it in order to utilize the controls on the top. And the push to talk, like this little thing here unscrews and it screws in its place, and it's got an O-ring in it and screws tight so it can't become dislodged, and it's watertight. Glorious, glorious radio. Oh yes, the Wood Wizard, aka Flex and Riffs, aka the official soundtrack of Tremis Dynamics YouTube channel, should be chit-chatting with us all the time. Because he's a pretty swell dude. And he plays a pretty mean instrument. I don't mean the hairy tromboner or the Diccolo or none of those. Well, maybe he's good at those. I don't know. Skin flute, upright organ, meat whistle, the hairy bagpipe. Yes, so it's just a black and white screen, or black and gray screen, like a calculator if you turn the lights off. Oh, Jeff. So TJ plays some pretty mean guitar. You could ask him for some advice. He's crafty that way. There we go. Oh wow, it's 8:36 already. Damn, time flies when you're having fun. See if we get him in the study group. That could be his radio call sign, Wood Wizard. This is the Wood Wizard. He knows his wood. Yeah, he's pretty all right. Somebody mentioned the other day that that's like one of the highest compliments I give people. He's pretty all right. TJ, Mike's getting a really big place. He might be able to squeeze you in if you were looking for a spare closet with a couch in it. Just saying. I mean, I got a couch in my office too, but Mike's place looks pretty spectacular. But you're more than welcome to move in here, and you can paint things in Bloomsburg. In fact, since I know you're a painter, I don't know how well you're a painter because I've never seen you paint. I just hear you play the music. I'm sure my wife would gladly trade house painting for rent. So, just saying. Now that I know somebody with scaffolding I can borrow. Uncle Guns wants to know options for M&P drop leg. So I had a Safariland 6004. It was for a 1911 with a TLR1, and it fit an M&P with a TLR1 perfect because it mostly worked off the TLR1. And I had to jack it up so that it was higher because it set way too low. But currently, what I would go for if I wanted a drop leg was True North Concepts, the makers of the grip stop. make a drop leg adapter for any belt, and it has like 1 billion holes on it, so it can fit like the Safariland or the G Code or anybody's holsters that uses any of those patterns, like all the common patterns that drop leg holsters use to bolt onto the drop part. They have factored into their drop leg adapter. So you could literally, like Bryant Stevens is on here from Stevens Concealment. You could get him to make you a holster with like the Safariland, like the 3-hole pattern, and put it on the True North drop leg adapter. And that's probably exactly the route I would go, a Stevens Concealment holster with on the True North drop. And like Bryant can do, like get the hardware for like a bail and or a thumb snap, or the holster supply places sell all that kind of hardware too for different retention if that's what you're looking for. So like your Kydex guy du jour could make you a retention holster and then bolt it right to that True North, either with the G Code or the Safariland pattern, which most all holster makers can can mold that right into any of the holsters that they make. That's what I would do. Oh yeah, I totally have a casting couch in my office, Adam. Study group, Brittany. This weekend, the July 4th weekend, is Dynamic Carbine down at LCPC. The following Saturday is a study group in Pine Grove Furnace State Park. We're trying to limit ammo consumption because, as Gabe mentioned earlier, nobody can fucking find it. So we're trying to find some study groups that we can do without the need for shooting. So we are going to do some land navigation with a map and compasses in Pine Grove Furnace State Park. It's down near Gettysburg. So I intend to put all the details out. I just haven't yet. I drove down there Sunday morning. I drove down and walked all around the park and got GPS UTM coordinates for all the places for us to navigate to, so that we could do that at study group without having to spend any money on bullets. Gabe, experience or opinions of Magpul sunglasses? I thought they looked pretty cool. Totally not for me. I don't have a pair of sunglasses up here. I prefer glasses without a lower frame, and all the Magpuls have the plastic around all the frame. So I still run Oakleys that only have the frame at the top, and then the lens kind of hangs off of that. But they seemed pretty nice. Mike Fiore is on here somewhere, and he bought some when we were at NRA show last year, and he could tell you more about it. I know he had a little issue, and I assume they took care of it. Mike will chime in, I'm sure. Yes, all is well. Thank you for hoping that all is well. It's all good here. If you see me on here on Tuesday, it's a pretty good indicator that things are good. The mug is maple and walnut with an oak handle. There you go, TJ. Jerry, if you hadn't said that, Mr. Foreskin, had you not told us what the wood was, I was going to see if TJ could figure it out, and then I was going to text you and have you tell me if that's what it was. Oh, Jimbo. That's right. You told me that last week. I knew I had seen you on here before, but I couldn't remember who you were because, well, frankly, I suck at remembering names anyway. Well, there you go. Mike Corey says the pin, and it was a pin on the arm, would back out. but it stopped after a while, and he lost them. That's why I currently, like at this moment, have like 7 pair of Oakleys, so that when they're missing, I have another set to go to. I think I have 5 sets of flak jacket 2.0s, 2 pair of half jackets, the old ones, a pair of M frames, and somewhere my fast jackets are missing. And I had a pair of Oakley prescription glasses that I'm also missing. I lost them playing a prank on somebody, so technically the prank was backfiring. But it was, I laughed and lost glasses. Brittany, a compass is the only tool that's necessary. If you don't have one, I'm sure that you can share with some of the folks that will have one. And I can send a link to you as well if you want to scoop one up on Amazon that doesn't suck. So that's all doable. Maps I will have printed up and ready to go, so there's no concern there. $50 a pair for Magpul glasses. I'd buy a couple pair of those to keep around. You know how most, like, we're gun dudes, so we should have extra eye pro and ear pro around for the people that we wanted to bring into our world that don't have that, and not give them shit that sucks, like a pair of foamy plugs and, you know, the $3 safety glasses that hurt your nose and your ears. So, and you can hook somebody up with a pair of Loner Magpul glasses and a pair of like Howard Lights even, or like Peltors, the whatever the fucking new ones are called, and it makes them have more fun at the range and makes them want to do it again, et cetera, et cetera. Gabe can't find a frame that he likes. So you got like a fucking big head, so I don't know. Can't really help. I have a block shaped head, but it's not as large as yours, so I don't know if there's something a frame that, you know, is the one. Gary wants to know the Merrill to Oakley ratio. So what do I got? 5, 6, 7, 8 pair of Oakleys. About 4 to 1 then. About 32 pair of Merrills, 8 pair of Oakleys. Not that I'm a brand snob or anything. I have a Cry jacket downstairs. Does that make me like all the cool kids? Like Arc'teryx and Cry shit? Saillight body armor. First time I can say I've heard the name, Jim. All right, Britt, when I'm not on here anymore, I will send you a message with a link, Amazon link, and you can scoop up stuff. Safe Light? I don't know. Well, Gabe, you've tried a bunch. I don't know. Damn. I don't know what the big head glasses are from Oakley. John says I'm a tier 1 operator because I have a Cry jacket. I got some Cry pants too. So, interesting story about the Cry pants. I got them for free. I know you're all shocked, but it wasn't like from Cry for free. They have the Gen 1 knee pads in them. Means absolutely nothing to me. It's got knee pads. That part I like. Anyhow, apparently the first generation knee pads. And there are some airsofters that believe that to have a period correct cosplay outfit, you have to buy the Gen whatever from whatever period. So apparently, like all the Tora Bora pants have Gen 1 knee pads. And some airsoft kid offered to buy my knee pads for like $100, and they're used some time ago. And I was like, get the fuck out of here with your bullshit. It wasn't until later I realized he was probably serious, because people pay extra money because it's an old generation Cry knee pad. I didn't even realize that was a thing. I also had a dude from Japan, so I assume he's an airsofter, offered to buy your chest rig for like $600. The AOR chest rig that you hooked me up with, yeah, that was the one he wanted. Like he was willing to pay way more than what you charge for that fucking chest rig. I should have just sold them and told you that I lost it in a house fire. Fancy pants. Crystal Fox, the Tiger Stripe pajama pants are from Tactical Distributors. It's called the Neptune pant, the Generation 4 Neptune pants. Tim, if you're still listening, do not make a bunch of swishy noise. I now own 4 pair of the Neptune pants, the Tiger Stripe ones, 2 different shades of greenish, tannish, brown, something, I don't remember, and a gray pair. I didn't get the olive drab because they were out of short sizes in the olive drab. I also, and they're super light, super fucking light. I went hiking down there at that state park the other day, and I wore pants because when you go out in the woods, especially woods you don't know how much underbrush and shit there is, you should wear pants. I'm telling you now, if you come to study group, you can wear shorts. But I wore those pants in the heat all day. Like I was sweating, I had Hill People gear, kit bag on my chest. Like my shirt was drenched, but my legs aren't really that warm for wearing pants. So they were super light pants. But I got some heavier weight pants, not like winter weight, like Carhartt bullshit, but just some heavier pants than that. About similar to my Vertex pants from Cool, like the KUHL, and they have stretchy panels in it like the Cry pants do, and I'm a fucking fan of those too. I think I'm going to actually wear pants at Dynamic Carbine this weekend just because I have all these new pants that I need to try out. So you'll see me in pants. Oh, Gary says I looked hot, that his wife says I looked hot in the pants. She thinks I look hot all the time. I try not to hang around his house a whole bunch because I don't want to get his wife all worked up like that. And he's got to tend to her afterwards, after I leave. Awesome. I'm glad to see that Gabe has one of John's chest rigs. Crystal, yes, they are. They do feel super light, and like I'll probably be wearing them one of the solid colors when you come up this weekend. So you'll get to see that they don't quite look as pajama-y when they're solids instead of prints, but they're pretty fucking awesome. Adam, so I tried the Cools on just to make sure that the 3430s were like the right size. But I didn't put anything in the pockets. I didn't put a belt in them because it's not really pants weather. But I just got hooked up with a pro deal from Cool, so I ordered some pants right away, and they fit well, and they have some stretch. I totally dig the stretch, and maybe I'll wear a pair. I'll look on the weather and see what the coolest day of the 3-day weekend for class is going to be, and I'll run the Cools for a day and the Neptunes for a couple days. Maybe a pants video is in the work. I've been totally dropping the ball on filming videos. And then like my problem now is all the footage that I filmed is on this computer. And this is up in my studio. And the computer I want to edit videos on is the new one. It's downstairs in my office. And it does not have, I have a Premiere I installed on it, but like all the footage is on that computer right there. And I was like, fuck, I gotta get it, bring a hard drive up, plug the hard drive in, pull all the shit off, and then take the hard drive downstairs and throw it in another computer. But this computer literally was not even plugged in with power to it until like 2 hours ago. So I was working on getting the studio computer set up. 96 on Friday. Fucking great. Maybe I will be wearing shorts. I will bring a 5-gallon water cooler So it's probably not going to be enough for everybody, but you should be prepared to hydrate 96 fucking degrees. All right. Fuck, 8:53 already? I didn't even get to talk about all the things I wanted to talk about. Yeah. The fucking bug out seminar. Like the technical shit on my side was a fucking nightmare. Zoom is totally easier to use, more feature rich than WebEx, but like Zoom is so like open to being stolen. I saw so many like kids in China are just recording private Zoom meetings and uploading them to the internet because it's funny to see like corporate meetings where they have, you know, private information is being disclosed about business and shit like that. They just throw it up on the internet to say, look, we listened into your meeting. So I was like, I'm not using Zoom, but WebEx, not great to work with. And then my fucking laptop, also not great to work with because Dell took fucking forever to ship my computer. So, yes, Mr. Foreskin, the seminar did not run as smooth as I wanted it to, but I was happy that it at least happened. So Crystal, who works in the medical field, says that Zoom has been certified as HIPAA compliant and the other ones aren't. Wow. That's all I got to say about it is like Zoom is almost like TikTok in the essence that when you fire it up, you're literally giving everything to the Chinese. Yes, dollar signs. Like everything that involves the Chinese always comes back to dollar signs. Mr. Foreskin, I'm glad that you said that the seminar went fine. I like the content was good, and there was good interaction with people. But like the things I could see on my screen to get it set up, it was not awesome because I had used WebEx and Zoom and Google Meets and the Amazon one, whatever the fuck the Amazon one is called, all within the previous like 15 days. And I thought with the chances of it not being like recorded by a third party, WebEx was the best of them. The only thing I didn't try was the Microsoft Teams. I think it's called Teams. Now that I know a couple people that work at Microsoft, maybe I will talk to them about how Teams works and do something like that again in the future. There will not be a concealed carry for scofflaws done via a thing, webinar. It's all right, Adam. You can miss stuff. I'm going to do it again. I just don't know when. I'm trying to figure out a place I don't know where the fuck you're at in Tennessee, but somewhere in Tennessee in the spring to do a seminar and a live fire class. Trying to figure that all out because I got plans in the spring to start like travel south and do a loop and come home. Crystal's devious. Give out terrible info and let people skyline themselves. We could actually use it on the intelligence end and give out information that sucks and let everyone in on it while it's being broadcast so that they don't share that information, and then just see how long it takes the information to work its way out so that we can prove that shit's been leaked. She's chaotic good now. I'm working on it. Just wait. Once you get to chaotic neutral, then you experience the bliss of I don't know. I guess people that are insane are also chaotic neutral. So maybe we don't want to go chaotic neutral. My D&D nerd is showing at this point. Maybe that'd be something fun to do, like amongst my friends, because there's a bunch of you on here, friends I see a lot, that we could make a character sheet of ourselves and let everyone kind of, like, oh, well, you have like a 6 for wisdom, dude, because like, man, you make the worst choices over and over again. And like kind of do that kind of thing. We should have done it at the fucking cookout, like the camping weekend. Either way, hour and a half east of Camden, hour south of Nashville. Oh, well, see, that perfectly would be fine. I know Paul Barlow also said he would work on finding me a room. What I really need to do is find a fucking range. The one that Dawn wants to use doesn't do shooting before noon on Sunday because of church, and that totally throws a monkey wrench in because my live fire class are already 3 days. So if I lose half a day Sunday, it means I got to do it Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and that usually makes it hard for people to come because that's 2 days off of work. If they have to travel, then it's like 3, and so Hilltop is in Dover, Tennessee. So here's the only problem with Hilltop. I had a lovely young fellow who was going to inquire with the folks at Hilltop about what it takes to use the range when he was there like a month ago. He also happens to be watching this live stream, and he never told me what they said, or he never remembered to talk to them, or they had terrible things to say. Fuck that guy. And then he just didn't want to be the bearer of bad news at him. I knew Carson was working on getting Dave a spot. I didn't know if what the deal was. So I will reach out to Carvin. Jesus. I'm drinking the mead. Carson. It's all right, Becker. You didn't miss much. Becker, by the way, I'm having a big class down at LCPC this weekend. If you would like to stop down for some time, it's carbine class. You can do some shooting if you want. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, any of those days you want to come hang out for some or just visit, more than welcome. Take it easy, Bryant. I'll talk to you later. Paul Barlow. I literally just mentioned you. Didn't know you were in here. Adam, I can't really say that I blame him. It's a pain in the dick to host people. Mountain Man met me in Tucson a few years back. So I must have left a great impression because you still came by and talked to me. Still run the MRO. Love it. It's my favorite red dot. I have more MROs than I have rifles currently because I wanted to make sure that the next rifle has an MRO waiting for it. So, yep, still a big fan of the MRO. My number one gun, like my rifle I would pick up right now if I knew I needed a rifle, has an MRO on it. Becker, you're always welcome. Like, check it out. Over on tremisdynamics.com, there's a literal calendar of events. Any of those you can come to. You didn't have to give me a heads up. You can just show up. Jim says, yes, it is. I don't even know to what. I don't know if he's talking to me or to you guys. Oh, hosting. There we go. Yes. Hosting, pain in the dick. Good deal, Jeff. You already paid for the class. If you're not there for as many days as possible, you're kind of... I do not believe Becker has a YouTube channel. You know what else has not happened? Becker has not been on my YouTube channel. Becker, we're going to fix that. I don't know when, but we're going to fix that. And we'll drum up your ship. Not that, like, you sell the ammo you can fucking get. I don't know what you need me to help you drum up a ship for, but. Oh, yeah, I totally really should do a video with Roxy, and you can just do a voiceover. I mean, you know. Yeah, we should do a video, Becker. Remind me. Or don't remind me. I'll remind you because you might not want to do a video. I'm just not giving you a choice. All right, I have 9:04. It's way late. Gabe, next time I get back out there, I am going to do, I'll film some more stuff with, probably with Troy and Andy. My plan, last time I was up there, I stopped in for a couple hours, talked to all the guys, and I had done a couple with Pete. And Troy said, hey, next time you come up, just let me know ahead of time, and like I'll clear my schedule, and we'll go out to dinner, and we'll have a couple drinks, blah, 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 whatever. So maybe if I plan around that a little bit more than like swinging into them before I drive home, I can swing like a little more than one video, and like with the different guys on different subjects or guns or shit like that. I just got to figure what I'm going back out there and for what. Yes, we're going to put rocks on my video counting and drive my channel through the roof. All right, so there we go, Becker. We'll do a video, but we're doing two, and one's going to be with Roxy. Simon, hello. Listen to your mom. Give her a big hug. If you're listening now, like, go hug your mom, because hugging moms is awesome, and you should do it right now. Go ahead. Go hug mom. Strange you should mention that, Gabe. I might be trading, doing some class trading for an upper this week. I have someone who has a LWRC piston upper and the Midwest upper, the Air Force one with the removable barrel. I haven't even touched one of those, but I might be trading for one. So, oh, well, I guess we don't have to worry about what's going to happen to the fawn. Rox took care of it. All right, so for all the fellas on here, I totally think you guys are great. It's awesome that you all check in, and I get to talk to all my friends and some former students from Tucson, and it's fantastic. And then some other dudes whose usernames I don't know who they are, but I probably know who they are. It's great that y'all come hang around. And I will see you next Tuesday if you want to check in. Some of you I'm going to see this weekend at class. So with that, you all take it easy, and I am going to say good night.